Students, I'll discuss the textual questions. Okay, now on page number 118, we have got four questions. The first question is, which of the following moves with more inertia? A rubber ball or a stone. Okay, then bicycle and train, and 5 rupees coin or 1 rupee coin, because all of them have got greater mass, so greater inertia. Okay, now in this following example, you have to identify how many times the ball changes the velocity. The first is a football player kicks the ball to another player. So from here, he starts kicking the player. So it's from zero velocity, you have got this your initial velocity. It reaches this player. Okay. Now then this player kicks the football towards the goal. So from here it comes towards the goal. Okay. Then the goalkeeper, he kicks towards the of the opposite team, collects the football and kicks towards his own player. So this player, okay, here who is the goalkeeper, goal will kicking towards the player of his own opposite team. So it changes its direction 4 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now explain why the leaves may get detached from the trees, and this question number 4, that we move in the forward direction. Both these questions are based on inertia. Okay, so just read the inertia topic and you will understand why the leaves fall or they get detached, or why we move in the forward direction. Okay, now we go to the textual exercise that is given on page number 128 of your textbook. Okay, now the first question is, an object experiences a net zero external unbalanced force. Is it possible for the object to be traveling with a non-zero velocity? Okay, so when there is no external unbalanced force, then what will happen? That the object will continue to move with same velocity in same direction. Okay, yes. So what will happen? It will travel with the same net zero unbalanced force. The magnitude and the direction and the velocity will be same. Okay. Now when a carpet is beaten with a stick, the dust comes out. Now what happens? The dust particles of the carpet have got certain inertia and they are at rest. Now when the carpet moves, because you have beaten it by the stick, the particles which are at rest, they try to resist this movement. Okay, so they try to resist, so they, and along with the gravity, okay, they resist the movement of going upwards, so they fall down due to gravity. Now the next is why it is advised to tie the luggage at the roof of the bus with a rope. Okay, now what happens, that the luggage is at rest, which has its own inertia. Now as soon as the bus starts, it will resist this change of movement. Okay, so the luggage may fall sideways, it can fall forwards, it can fall backwards. So to resist this, it's better to tie a rope. Okay, now question number 4, a batsman hits a cricket ball. Okay, now whenever it is hitting a cricket ball, the ball comes to rest, then the ball slows down. Now why it slows down? Because there is a frictional force which is acting in the opposite motion. Okay, now question number 5, now a truck from rest rolls down a hill with a constant acceleration. Distance is 400 meters, time is 20 seconds, and the mass is 7 tons, and 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. So if we come back to the solution, you have got u is equal to 0 meter per second, that is from the rest. Distance covered is 400 meters, time is 20 seconds, mass is this much. Okay, now what we have to calculate is, we have to calculate the force. For that we need mass and acceleration. We don't have the acceleration. Okay, so we will be calculating the acceleration using this formula. Okay, where s is this, u is 0, t is 20, a we don't know, we are going to calculate, and t square. Okay, so when we put this in this formula, we get a is equal to 2 meter per second square. So F is equal to m into a, that is 14,000 Newton. Now we go to the next question, that is 1 kg stone stone with the velocity of 20 meter per second across a lake travels 50 meter distance. So you have to calculate the force of distance between the stone and the ice. Okay. Now here you have got the stone weight 1 kg, initial velocity 20 meter per second, the speed is 50 meters, and the final velocity as it comes to the rest it will be 0 meter per second. Now again here we have to find out the force. We did mass and acceleration when we don't know the acceleration. Now we'll calculate the acceleration using this formula. Okay. Now in this formula you put 2, A we don't know what it is, S is 50 meters, okay, and I'll just check. The S is 50 meters and V is 0 and U is 20. So you have got A is equal to 2 into 50. So you have got 100 A. Here you have got 20 square 400. So minus 400. So A is equal to minus 400 upon 100. Okay. So that gives you minus 4 meter per second square. Okay. This 50 into 2 you get 100 A. So A is equal to, so now you put the value of A in F is equal to MA. So 1 multiplied by minus 4 you get minus 4 Newton. Okay. So we go to the next question. Now the next question, it states that you have a 8000 kg engine, okay, of a train which is pulling 5 wagons. Each wagon is of 20,000 2000 kg. Okay, so the engine weight is 8000 and wagon weight is 2000. 2000 multiplied by 5. Okay. Now the force exerted is 40,000 Newton by the engine and the frictional force in the opposite direction is 5,000. So you have to calculate two things: acceleration, that is A of the net accelerating force, and the acceleration of the train. Now how to do this? Now the first thing is we have got two forces acting. Okay, the first is the engine force and the next force is force of friction. Both act in opposite direction. So the net force will be force of engine minus force of friction. So 40,000 minus 5,000 you will get 35,000. This is the net force, that is F. Okay. Now to calculate the acceleration of engine we need F is equal to M into A. Okay, where we have got F. This mass is what? 5 wagons plus engine. So 5 into 2000 plus 8000. 10,000 plus 8000, 18,000. So we have got M and we have to calculate A. So A will be F upon M, that is 35,000 upon 18,000. So 1.9 meter per second square. That is the acceleration. Okay. We go to the next question. The next question is 8th question. Automobile vehicle with a mass of 1500 kg and negative acceleration of 1.7, and we have to calculate the force. Okay. Now for that you have got F is equal to MA, so 1500 multiplied by 1.7, that will give you minus 2250 Newton. So the force will be negative here. Okay. Now the next question is question number 9. What is the momentum of the moving body? That is M into V. Now the 10th question is using a horizontal force of 200 newtons. Okay, we have to move a wooden cabinet. So what is the frictional force exerted by the cabinet? Now if you understand the question, okay, now whenever we are moving a wooden block, okay, it will be in the direction of the force, okay, that is 200 newtons, but the frictional force will be in the opposite direction. But since the wooden block is moving, so that means it has overcome this frictional force. So this force which we are exerting is more than this frictional force, then only the wooden block will be moving. Okay, so the frictional force will be always less than 200 newtons, otherwise the wooden block will not move. Okay. Now all other sums from question number 11, then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18, these are cancelled because they are out of the course. Okay, the course I'll be sending you shortly. Okay, but as you see, I'll just quickly tell you that 9.5, the third law of motion, and 9.6, the conservation of momentum, these two topics are cancelled from this chapter. Okay, so all the things which are coming under these topics are cancelled.